If you're attempting to go raw vegan or you're struggling to stay consistent on your raw vegan journey, it can be super demoralizing. And that is probably because you're doing one of these 6 things totally wrong. But rest assured, once you correct these 6 things, it will help you to stay consistent and really enjoy your raw vegan journey. And if you stay to the very end of this video, I'll give you my secret to staying raw and thriving on this lifestyle. Let's get into it. Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Akuj and we are here on the Raw Food Glow. Today we're in a very special location. We are at Le Parc. It is hot. It's warm. Well, it's warm. It's like 5 degrees. My skin is warming up and the grass is feeling nice and soft, nice and tender. This is exactly where I desire to spend most of my time, outside in nature with the fresh air. And here comes a dog. Hey, mister. Wagwan. Come on. No, it's okay. I'm just filming some content. He's a friendly dog.
Really?
Oh, is it? Where are you from?
You know Caribbean?
Ah oui, Martinique?
Guadeloupe.
Guadeloupe, ok. Ça va?
Oui.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais à Londres?
Je suis au père.
Oh, au père. Pendant combien de temps?
Là, il me reste 3 semaines.
3 semaines et après, tu vas rentrer?
Oui.
Ah ouais?
Je retourne faire mes études.
Ah ouais. Les études en quoi?
Lettres.
Lettres, c'est quoi?
Littérature.
Oh, littérature. De quel pays?
Française.
Oh, ok, tu as déjà les choses françaises.
Et toi?
Moi, je viens d'ici, j'habite ici. Je fais un film pour un
Français
vidéo.
est très bon.
Merci. J'ai appris pendant très longtemps parce que je voulais être comédienne en France. Et j'ai fait aussi mon... Oh, tu veux rester? Il comprend le français?
Non.
Non, il comprend. Oh oui, c'est pas à toi.
Anglais.
Ah ouais.
Il parle pas anglais, qu'est-ce que je raconte?
Il a un trou. Un trou ici. Ça, c'est quoi? C'est un tumeur.
L'homme.
Oh.
Mais je sais pas pourquoi, mais
Il est malade?
non. La propriétaire ne les a pas retirés parce qu'apparemment c'est mieux.
Oh, ok.
Mais ouais, c'est comme ça.
Ah ouais.
Je l'ai connu comme ça du coup.
Oh, c'est triste.
Ouais.
Est-ce que ça fait du mal?
Je pense pas.
Non.
Je pense pas.
Salut, qu'est-ce que tu fais? Oh wait, he speaks English. How is your English now?
Better.
Yeah.
But I want to improve more.
Yeah.
So I need to carry on in Guadeloupe
Yeah.
and listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
And speak like to myself in English.
Yeah. I think in English. Do you have a journal?
No.
No, you don't have a journal.
I need to start.
Yeah. Every day, just write like a paragraph
Mm-hmm.
pour prendre l'habitude d'écrire. Après, pour prendre l'habitude d'écrire. Après, tu peux chercher un mot dans un dictionnaire ou online or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Merci.
Pas de souci. Enjoy the rest of your time in London.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you. Have
Nice
a good
to meet
day.
you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, he wants to stay.
Yes.
Bye, sir. See ya. Oh, is it? I guess I'm a dog person now. What's his name?
Bobby.
Bobby. Okay, bye, Bobby. Bye. Bye, sir. See ya.
Je suis obligée de
Yeah. Okay. À la prochaine. Ciao. Wow. Animals seem to love me for some reason. I think it's all the healing work, but the other day I was even holding a snake. I had to do a photo shoot, and a couple of years ago I would have been terrified. But for some reason, I think it is to do with all the healing work, the letting go of the fear, finding bravery. It just translates to other things, random things. But especially with pets, I was terrified when I was a kid of dogs, and now they love me. What can I say? The key points that I'm going to share with you contains all the points that I adhere to even today to reinvigorate myself along my journey and remind myself of why I'm doing this, why I make certain sacrifices, why I have to isolate myself in some cases. What's it all for, essentially? So point number 1 is to set realistic expectations. Yeah. I'm fully raw, but the goal for you might not be to be fully raw. It's totally okay to be half raw, to be high raw, to be fruitarian, to be any variation of raw. Or if you're on your vegan journey and you want to incorporate 1 or 2 meals a week or a meal a day, that's totally okay. It's important to remember that this is your journey and is your version of raw veganism. So whatever suits you, where you are today, it's the perfect option for you. It's more useful to you to be flexible with your journey, flexible with your understanding of raw veganism, flexible with your schedule, flexible with your meals, rather than seeking perfection. Because if you aim for perfection, you put too much pressure on yourself to achieve something that is so far outside of yourself that you actually never get there. So when setting realistic expectations, think about what's achievable for you in your current environment, with your current schedule, with your current pressures at work, your access to affordable fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds. Think about what's attainable for you and shape your goals around that. As you go along your raw vegan journey, continue to pivot and adapt what's feasible for you now that it's been 2 months or 2 weeks. What can you do? How can you increase your consumption of raw living foods given what is available to you right now? Point number 2 is that it's really key to have your go-to meals. You want to lock in a couple of meals that you can make quick, easy, fast without even thinking. I have a couple of examples in my ebook, which is linked below in the description box. What I tend to have for breakfast is something that's fruit-based. I like to start my day with fruits, and I feel very nourished and very hydrated when I start my day with fruits. So I expect to put bananas on my plates, and I also have grapes and strawberries and different colored berries overall. And I like apples, green apples, red apples. Throughout the day, I also have large smoothies or large juices, and then in the evening, I tend to have a salad. And my go-to salad almost always contains lettuce, kale, spinach, and rocket. That is my base, that is my foundation. And then I add lots of things on top, depending on what is available. I might put plantain on top, I might put mangoes, I might put sprouts, chickpea sprouts, black-eyed peas sprouts, I might put garden peas. These are the additions to my base, and I know that anytime, anywhere, these are the 4 things that I need for a great base for my salad. In terms of seasonings too, what are the seasonings that you're drawn to? Me, I love things peanut butter. Oh, peanut butter. I would swim in peanut butter if I had to. So peanut butter is my go-to base, and then I add my garlic on top, my apple cider vinegar or my lemon juice on top, my curry powder for my great seasoning, or I add some tomato, but these are optionals. I know fundamentally what lights my fire, what lights me up in terms of my go-to meals, and have that for you. And if you find your go-to meals, they should always be exciting. Anytime you think about your go-to meal, you should be salivating, you should be running home to make it. Point number 3 is to surround yourself with health-minded people. Now, environment is everything. Our environment shapes us, and the things, the words, the sounds that we're exposed to really have a great impact on how we lead ourselves and how we orientate our lives. I really recommend that you start classes or you attend wellness-related retreats or workshops, or even follow your favorite raw foodies online here on YouTube. Being around people who talk about health in a positive way, who are about it. They stand on their business, they mean business. That will inspire you to follow suit and pursue health, your version of health. You'll never be able to take your foot off the gas pedal, because health will become something that's so important to you, something that you cherish, something that's so meaningful to you, and that is a brilliant thing. That's exactly where we're meant to be. Health-minded people always have positive habits, and by you being in their environment, these are passed on to you effortlessly. Now, on the flip side of it, point 4 is to stay away from negative-minded people. As you continue to delve deeper on your raw vegan journey, you'll find that naturally your vibration rises and rises. And so this creates conflict for those people who are of a lower vibration. And more specifically, I'm talking about things like gossip. Gossip, I think, is probably one of the most low vibrational activities that we can ever engage in as human beings. The only intention, it seems, behind gossip is to pull people down and to bring them to the same level of suffering, same level of inner chaos, same level of self-disrespect that is going on. And so I believe that when we complain about our own lives, we're actually engaging in gossip about ourselves. And so imagine your younger self in the room hearing the things that you're talking about, hearing the things that you're saying about them. It's not a nice feeling. Osmosis is a real thing. Environment, the power of environment is such a real thing. So if you're constantly around people who don't see the light, who are always complaining, always disappointed by life, not looking up but always looking down, pretty soon that will be your attitude, and that will block you on your raw vegan journey. That I can guarantee. You might be struggling on your journey because you're not keeping it fun. You're not playing around and you're not exploring. Now, what I love about raw veganism is that it brings out my playful side. I feel very unlimited and very free. And I think that's the beauty of it. That's probably why the dog was all up on my grill. That freedom, that playfulness, that lightness that comes with eating food of such a high vibration. And on this lifestyle, you have an abundant amount of fruits and vegetables to eat in an abundant amount of combinations, different combinations, varieties, different sizes, different types of one single fruit or one single vegetable. So get creative. This lifestyle begs you, demands that you be creative and that you play and that you release the judgment when it comes to flavors or combinations. It's all about exploration. It's all about enjoying yourself. And if you want to learn how I did it, be sure to check out my story in my Raw Vegan book, The Raw Food Glow, How to Thrive on Your Raw Vegan Lifestyle. I put everything that I know about raw veganism. Hey, there's a fly there. What are you doing? I talk about my transition from veganism and how I started on my vegan journey. I talk about the highs, the lows, and everything in between to help you stay motivated and excited about your future as a raw vegan. The link is in the description box. Check it out. And another thing I want to mention is that the more fun it is, the more delicious your meals are, the more likely you are to stick to it. Because nobody wants to eat dry food. Nobody wants to eat flavorless food. Everybody wants to eat something that really lights them up, that makes them feel good. So you get to choose. You should feel empowered on this journey to eat however you want, whenever you want, in whatever combination you want, because the combinations are really unlimited. Another thing that might shift you off your raw vegan journey is not learning your rhythm. It's fundamental that you know when you're hungry, when you're not hungry. What are your food triggers? What are your emotional triggers that force you to eat or to overeat even? There's a big difference between intuitive eating and eating because you're stressed, or eating because you're frustrated, or eating because you're bored even. And a big part of the raw vegan lifestyle is surrendering to what is, getting in tune with what's going on the inside. The fruits and vegetables that you eat make you extremely sensitive to your emotions and to your well-being. So you get to read yourself. You get to learn what is best for your vessel. So let me give you an example. Me, I started off with bulk. I was eating big bowls of salads, and then I was consuming as much as I could, because at the time I thought that everything that I'm eating is so low calorie, I must eat more and more. And true, the majority of fruits and vegetables are low calorie in comparison to, let's say, fried foods, or even like fried versions of your standard vegan dishes, like lasagna. Lasagna cooked would be way more calories than lasagna not cooked. And like an oven bake, even things like rice, pasta, the cooked version is way more calorie dense than the raw version. And so naturally I thought, eat bulk and I'll be good. But what I wasn't doing was listening to myself. I was eating in bulk. I was eating large portions out of fear. I didn't want to become so skinny. I didn't want to disappear. And I thought, based on no research or minimal research, that was the way forward. That was the way to stay active and to prove to myself that nothing has changed, going from cooked veganism to the raw food lifestyle. And over the last 20 months of really delving deeper into my raw vegan journey, I learned that I love to start my day with fruits rather than a nut-based meal or starch-based meal, which is what I was doing for the longest, for the first couple of months of my raw vegan journey. I like to have so many fruits, so many different fruits, and several plates, several rounds, of fruit. And then I like to have a juice or something liquid afterwards as a snack. And then I like to finish my day quite early with a large bowl of salad. And what I do know for sure is that I do really, really well with intermittent fasting. I like having a significant gap between bedtime and my last meal to begin the digestion process. My body loves water with a bit of lemon or lime in it. That really works for me. I can drink like 4 jugs of these easily because it's so flavoursome. When I drink normal water, it's not quite the same. You kind of have to force me to drink water at that point. And when you learn your rhythms, you know what snacks are best for you. Because of course we live outside, because we have to go outside and live our lives. The world is not catered, of course, to raw veganism. Most of the things that you have at restaurants are cooked. Let's say 99% of things you find at a restaurant, even at a vegetarian restaurant or a vegan restaurant, are going to be cooked. And the salad that they offer or the dessert that they offer is not enough to fill you up for a meal or an evening meal or lunch meal. So it's really important to be prepared, know what snacks fill you up. When you're outside of the house all day long, what do you have to prepare? What will get you through the 6 hours of work or even 12 hours of work if you're outside on set filming or whatever? Or if you just have a long day away from home, you go from one location to another and you have no time to come back home and refuel. What are the meals that will carry you through the day? So the more you tune in, the more you'll know what works for you and the more you can prepare, because preparation is your power. And my key secret to thriving on this diet and to staying consistent on your journey is to be brave. Yes. So raw veganism is, I don't even know what is more against the grain than raw veganism. The way you think, the way you operate, the way you carry yourself is completely different. The energy around you is very, very different. And it's so different from what everybody else is doing, what everybody is saying, how everybody else is treating themselves. This lifestyle really is about abundance, kindness, expansion, and taking care of everything within you and externally. And you know, this diet isn't mainstream. You're going to get the questions. You're going to get the side eyes and that raised eyebrows. This is the way it works when you go against the grain and when you have to be courageous. Guys, nobody can violate you more than your own family. On my raw vegan life, naturally over the months, I have dropped a dress size. But my dad says to me, you need to eat something. What are people going to say? They're going to say you have AIDS. I encourage you to stay with it and know that this initial period of discomfort is part of your transformation. Any type of metamorphosis, any type of deep transformation requires friction, requires some pressure, requires you to push through in order to get to the transformation, in order to see the other side of the journey. But when you continue to go against the grain, when you continue to follow what's in your heart, that voice, that still small voice, you get to see the many, many wins. Your skin, your energy, your body, your fitness, your relationships, your self-image, your mindset, your confidence, your relationship with food, your relationship with the divine. Everything is a win. Everything must go up from here. So there's one technique that I do recommend to you guys for finding the courage and finding the audacity to be brave. I've been doing it for about 6 months, and it's a technique that I got from one of David Hawkins' books. I can't remember which one, but I read, I think, two of his books. It's a surrender technique, and what you do is whatever emotion that you're feeling that is actually blocking you. So it could be a low vibrational emotion like fear, worry, anxiety, doubt. You close your eyes and you locate the feeling or the energy in your body. Now, for example, today I was doing some money surrendering, fear around money surrendering. So I located the tension, and the tension was around about in my heart. What I did was separate myself from that feeling. So I was the observer, and I was watching from a higher plane what was going on internally. And I could feel the tension in my heart. And so I watched it. And with every exhale, I released it even more until it kind of dissipates around the body. And you keep doing this for a couple of minutes, maybe up to 5 minutes, until the energy has dissipated around the body or has dissolved completely. And so this is a powerful technique for literally unblocking that emotion. That emotion that was caught somewhere in your body. Now for you, maybe fear could be located in a different place. It could be your shoulder, maybe your lower back, maybe your hips. No matter where it is, just watch it and observe it. And over time, when you keep coming back to the same emotion of fear, you'll realize that actually I have way less fear than I did previous years or even previous months. And if you keep coming back to the same emotion and to the same practice, whenever that emotion shows up, so say for example later on today I was afraid of a spider, then before I go to bed I can think about the spider and locate where that fear is in my body. Maybe now it's no longer around my chest area, but it could be over here. So I watch the fear and I inhale, exhale, continue to watch it, but let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And eventually you'll realize that that tank of emotion decreases and decreases and decreases until fear doesn't really exist in your body anymore, which liberates you in other areas of your life. And I think that is the exact reason why I was able to hold a snake the other day, confidently interact with the snake. I knew deep down nothing was going to happen to me. The trainer was there and I felt confident enough to hold the snake. The snake was a python and about 7 foot long, quite heavy, about 12 to 15 kilograms. And I managed. Not just managed, I managed to have a really great shoot and I was able to take direction well. That is thanks to the surrender work I've been doing around fear. And it's not just fear with money, fear in relationships, fear of going outside, any kind of fear that shows up. I would give myself the opportunity in the morning or last thing at night to surrender that fear, to watch that fear dissipate and release from my body, or eject itself from my body, more like. That's my technique. If you want to hear more about it, just let me know in the comments and let me know how you're going to implement this technique into your life. I really encourage you guys to do it, whatever emotion that you're feeling. And the reason why this is so important is because we have different tanks within us. Let's call them tanks of emotion. So we have, let's say, anger, and then we have maybe fear, we have anxiety, we have worrying. When the tank is so full, the body can't handle it, the mind can't handle it. So it finds a cause on the outside to allow some of this energy to dissipate. So for example, if someone's really angry, they're always finding things to be angry about because their tank is so full. Their tank of anger is like up to here, because it shouldn't overflow, the emotion shouldn't overflow, but when it does, the body can't handle it, the mind can't handle it. So it finds something to latch its anger onto. For some angry people, it could be traffic, or it could be something as simple as not having the right lid. Or it could be everything and anything. Maybe the fact that my water is now warm. An angry person will find that so that they can get rid of some of the anger. If someone is always self-deprecating and they're always self-critical, they always find new things to be critical about because the doubt within is so high. So once you watch the doubt or once you watch the frustration, you let it dissipate naturally without having to find something on the outside to blame or to point the finger at. It's a really wonderful technique, and I encourage you guys, when you have the time, a couple of times a week or even daily, to really implement it into your life so that you can be brave and courageous on your journey as a raw vegan. And that, fine friends, brings me to the end of this video. Thank you for being out here with me in the sunshine. I'm really enjoying. I feel happy, I feel yellow, I feel bright, I feel radiant, and I know that the ground loves me. The grass is so soft today. I'm definitely going to take a nap. Wow. It's giving pillow. It's giving cushion. To summarize this video, I want you guys to be flexible. Make it fun. Tune into your own energy and protect your own energy. Be courageous and be brave. If you found this video helpful, do let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to give me a massive like while you're at it. Thank you guys always for watching my videos and supporting me grow this channel. Let me know how long you guys have been raw. I'm really curious to find out where you guys are at in your journey. Has it been a couple of years, couple of months, couple of weeks, or are you maybe more fruitarian, high raw, becoming raw? Let me know in the comment section below. But until the next video, guys, stay fine, Stay fierce and stay fruitful. Ciao.